The Flash.
Season 1 review, right now.
Welcome to GeekyTalk. I'm your host, John Alvarado, and this is my co-host and daughter, Phoebe.
Hi.
Today we're talking about The Flash. Now, Season 2 is already out. I haven't seen it yet.
Me neither.
Neither. But we did watch Season 1, so we thought we'd give it a review. I actually liked The Flash. I liked it a lot. I'm usually not a fan of some of these shows, like the shows on the CW. Like Arrow, I just can't get into it. Flash is surprisingly good, and I was pleasantly surprised. I really like it. I have my own issues with it. It's not a perfect show, but I mean,
it's good. There are some mistakes.
One of my big problems with it is, and what happens a lot with these types of shows, is the look. I don't know if they're not using good cameras or what. I mean, how hard is it to go get a better camera and some better lenses? Especially if you have a budget and you're working on a
and it's a popular show.
It is.
Lots of people watch it, so it's not like they don't have the budget for it.
So that one really bugs me. I feel a lot of times when I'm watching it, I'm watching like Smallville. It looks like a soap opera. And I don't know why. I don't know what kind of cameras they're using. I don't know if it's the lighting. I don't know what it is. But I really like The Flash. I like the characters. I like the actors. I like what they do with it. Another big problem I have with it, though, and I know I keep saying I like it, but all I do is point out what I don't like. But I do like the show. I like it a lot. The Flash's powers. It's a huge problem for me. It's so inconsistent. Okay? Because you'll see sometimes when he's running around and time kind of slows down and everything, there's like bits of glass or whatever, and it's like frozen in the air.
Yeah.
And he's running through and he's doing all this stuff. So he can move so fast, but sometimes it doesn't make any sense. He's so slow. For example, there's a couple times. I'll use one example. There's one where they get attacked by lightning. There's like a bolt of freaking lightning, and it comes in, and you see it, and it's like slow-mo coming down lightning until it's like 5 inches from someone's face, and the Flash still has time to like unbuckle someone, open the door, and carry them out of the car.
Yeah.
But he can't dodge a punch. I don't understand that. That makes me so mad.
If he can see lightning coming in slow motion, he should be able to see a punch and like go like 3 blocks down the street.
He should be able to like go home and make a sandwich. How fast is he, by the way? Do you know?
He's fast enough to. There's not a certain speed he's at, but he's like super fast and like travel through time. There was actually instances where him and Quicksilver race in the rare occasions of a crossover. They did race, and Quicksilver's speed, he can go faster than sound, but just the Flash like totally beat him. And then there's also been a couple times that Superman's raced him, and all of the times the Flash has won.
You know, another thing that kind of bugged me, their whole team over at Star Labs, they have one of the people is her name's Caitlin. She's a doctor. She's a part of the team. Very smart, genius, all that stuff. But sometimes they do like
they talk like super sciencey, and they're talking about like black holes and things. But then she doesn't understand them, and I don't get that because she is at a lab and she's like super smart.
There is a chance that explosion could create a singularity.
What's a singularity?
How does she not know what a singularity is? She works at Star Labs. She's like this super smart genius doctor.
That's why the show, it's good, but it's very inconsistent.
The other thing is, I really hate all the villains. They look terrible.
They don't look very
like
good.
I guess they call him Cold, but it's Captain Cold, right?
Yeah.
He's the bad guy. He just wears like
a sweater,
a hooded jacket, like a parka.
with like fuzz on it.
All the villains that show up, they're always like these young, like brooding model type people. It's like there was a guy that did like sound waves, and he just looked like he was wearing normal clothes. Like there are no villains like in costumes.
Yeah, they don't wear costumes. They just wear clothes that can resemble the costumes.
Dark clothing, and that's it.
I think one of the only villains that they did like a whole like thing without clothing was Grodd, and that was like all CG.
Okay, Grodd. I like Grodd. I didn't think I was going like. I love the character. I didn't think they were going to do a good job with the CG on the show because I mean everything else is
like him running doesn't look very good. Like when you
was-
see him, like his whole body or something, it looks really fake.
I think it still looks good. Like, yeah, I mean, you can tell it's CG, but it's pretty good compared to like the other villains and compared to, I don't know, the quality of the cameras and stuff, just the image. Like, I'm surprised that I was kind of happy with Grodd. I do have something I want to talk about though. Eddie Thawne. Okay, Eddie Thawne. You know, we find out he's the great, and I should have said it at the beginning. Spoiler alert. Anyway. So Eddie Thawne is the great-great-great-great-grandfather of Eobard Thawne.
Yeah, Reverse Flash.
Why didn't he just go get a vasectomy? 20 minutes, snip, snip, boom, you're out of there. No more kids, done. He doesn't have to shoot himself. He doesn't have to die.
He could have stayed alive.
He could have stayed alive. He showed back at Star Labs with like popcorn or, well, he'd be popping like pain pills. But still, he'd show up and like, hey, the Reverse Flash disappeared. And he'd be like, oh yeah, I know. I took care of it. No problem.
Yeah.
20 minutes, done. The finale was pretty dramatic. I was surprised that it was more emotional than I expected.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting it to be, because like the Flash isn't that much of a dramatic show.
Yeah, it's like lighthearted fun.
Yeah, but then the finale was just like...
It's time again for a very special segment
of iPad Gamer with Lucas. Hello and welcome back to iPad Gamer.
This week's game is Minion Rush.
Let's take a look, shall we?
Oh, looks like we got a pretty serious jump coming up here. Let's see if he makes
Will
it.
he make it? Yes, he did.
All right, that's good. Yeah, you need that. That's good.
Potassium.
You need it. You need it. It's good for you.
Yeah,
Good morning.
it's good.
Right. Oh, this is the moon level. He's quite fond of the moon level.
Yeah.
I think it's maybe the color or the light. I don't know, but he really likes the moon level.
Yeah, he does.
Well, he's got to collect a lot of those bananas. I mean, that's the goal of this thing. Yeah. You need all the bananas you can get. Now, is this the minion with the one eye?
Yeah.
You really have no depth perception. Oh, no, that's not going to help at all. That's not going to help.
Thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe for more videos.
And tune in next week for our part 2 of Star Wars: The Force Awakens.
Season 1 review right now.
Okay, but don't look at me. Keep looking at the camera. Ready?
Okay. Wait, it's kind of weird that I'm wearing a bandage.
It's not. It's fine. It's decent.
Do I need to explain myself?
I feel a lot of times when I'm watching it, I'm watching like Smallville. You never saw Smallville. There's a show called Dawson's Creek, and it's like Superman's Creek. I don't know what kind of cameras they're using. I don't know if it's the lighting. I don't know what it is.
Dad, we're getting off subject.
All right, sorry. All right, let's get back on subject.
Yeah.
It's like a bolt of freaking lightning, and it comes in, and you see it, and it's like slow-mo coming down lightning until it's like 5 inches from someone's face.